The solar system is home to a plethora of fascinating phenomena. There are millions of things in motion, such as planets, moons, comets, and asteroids. Some of these things are moving very quickly. Every year, new residents of the solar system are discovered. These new residents are typically swift comets or minor planets. By the year 1846, astronomers had identified all 8 of the major planets that make up the solar system. But it doesn't mean we won't keep digging. Since the turn of the century, we have made the discovery of a number of smaller, more distant entities that we now refer to as dwarf planets. Pluto has been relegated into this category as a result of this discovery. We have been given reason to believe that extrasolar life may exist beyond the rocky edges of the solar system thanks to several of these dwarf planets. What if there were a 9th planet in the solar system? Because it is so important, astronomers put in countless hours looking for a 9th planet, also referred to as Planet 9 or Planet X. In some cases, these names refer to the same thing. If you want to know more about Planet X and what it is, be sure to stay tuned until the end of the video. It is absolutely necessary for our comprehension of the solar system in its current state. Our home planet, the Sun, is the pivot point around which our solar system and everything in it revolves. Regardless of how quickly or slowly something is moving, it is always bound by the constraints that gravity imposes. We, along with everything else that has mass, are influenced by the force of gravity. The greater the force of gravity pulling on an object, the heavier it will be. The motion of objects in orbit around a planet is influenced by the massive gravity of that planet. This is the feeling that we get when we are in close proximity to it. You could say that it has a gravitational pull. The gravitational attraction of the Earth pulls and holds everything that isn't floating to the surface of the planet. Because it has the most powerful gravitational pull of any other celestial body in the solar system, the Sun is the celestial body around which the planets revolve. Our research into gravity has provided us with a significant amount of information regarding a putative 9th planet. It has come to our attention that the orbits of some extremely far-away objects, such as the dwarf planets that lie beyond Pluto, exhibit some peculiarities. They travel in broad, elliptical orbits around the Sun and live at a perpendicular angle to the rest of the planets in the solar system. When astronomers use computer models to determine the necessary gravitational forces for these objects to travel in this manner, they come to the conclusion that a planet with a mass that is at least 10 times that of Earth was required to produce this effect. This is very interesting and engaging content. But where exactly is this planet located? That brings up the next question. The accuracy of these forecasts and models is currently a major challenge that needs to be validated. Locating Planet 9 is the only choice at this point, but doing so won't be easy. Researchers from all over the world have spent a significant amount of time and effort looking for tangible evidence of Planet 9. According to our best estimates, Planet 9 is located at a distance at least 20 times farther from the Sun than Neptune. In the same way that we can see the Moon at night by looking for signs of sunlight that the Moon has reflected, this is how we try to find it, by looking for signs of sunlight that it can reflect from the Sun. Due to Planet 9's great distance from the Sun, we anticipate that even the most sophisticated telescopes on Earth will have a difficult time detecting it. This is because Planet 9 is so far away. In a similar vein, we are unable to follow our whims and go looking for it whenever the desire arises. There are only a few nights each month in which every detail must be attended to in impeccable detail. In particular, we need to be patient and wait until night when the moon is not visible in the sky. On that night, the viewing sight will be oriented in the correct direction. Despite this, there is still cause for cautious optimism. In the coming decade, there will be a revival of sky surveys as well as the construction of additional telescopes. It's possible that this will be the evidence needed to prove or disprove the existence of Planet Nine. In order to explain Planet Nine, the question must first be asked, does it even exist? Planet Nine, also referred to as Planet X, is a massive, fictitious planet that orbits the Sun on an elliptical path much further out than Pluto. Because of the immense distance between the two bodies, it would take between 10,000 and 20,000 years for Planet Nine to complete one complete cycle. Even though no direct observations of a planet-like object have ever been made, the existence of such a thing may explain the observed yet surprising patterns in the orbits of smaller objects in the coldest reaches of the solar system. This is despite the fact that no planet-like object has ever been seen. Mike Brown, who is famous for his role in Pluto's demotion from its rank as the 9th planet in 2005, and Konstantin Batygin, astronomers at the California Institute of Technology, announced in early 2016 that they had observed the orbit of dwarf planet 2012 VP113 to line up uncannily well with the orbits of 5 other extreme trans-Neptunian objects. They found that the orbits of dwarf planet 2012 VP113 and the orbits of the 5 other objects were remarkably similar. It is possible that this clustering is a coincidence. However, Brown places the probabilities at approximately 1 in 14,000. This is due to the fact that there is nothing pulling them into place. 2 years later, in 2015, it was discovered that the trans-Neptunian object 2015 BP519 was moving in a manner that suggested its motion may have been altered by a mass that was comparable to that of the initial object. This grouping, in addition to the particular inclination of their orbits and the orbit of 90,377 Sedna, which cannot be explained by the presence of Neptune, remains the most compelling evidence to date that there is an undiscovered planet lurking in the outskirts of our solar system. As a result of the fact that the outer solar system origins study and other surveys have since found no evidence of grouping among other comparable trans-Neptunian objects, the existence of Planet Nine is still high up for debate. How would you describe the atmosphere of Planet Nine? In the unlikely event that there is a planet out there with the name Planet Nine, its mass would be approximately 10 times that of Earth, and its diameter would be comparable to that of one of our ice giants. It is possible that the body was born like any of the other gas planets in our solar system, somewhere between the orbits of Jupiter and Neptune. If this is the case, then its remote location could have been caused by its birth. Before Planet Nine could have enjoyed a satisfying meal, it would have been obliterated by one of the 2 gas giants and cast into the icy wastes. Despite its enormous and sluggish orbit, this stunted gas ball should have cleaned its orbit of frozen bits of dust and rock since the beginning of the solar system. Even though it is extremely unlikely, Planet Nine could have been an adopted child taken from a neighboring star system many years ago. This is a possibility, but it is extremely remote. Thank you for watching. That's it for this video. If you like the content, hit the subscribe button so you don't miss future uploads.